Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bulletcast, the only sports and recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. I'm your host, Philip Antoine. I am the reigning, defending Bulletcast champion, and I am the Podfather. I got live from Michoacan. Just kidding. I got Mex Mendoza. How's it going?
How's it going, guys?
All right. This guy finally decided to come back after like 6 weeks.
Hey, it's WrestleMania season.
Our Brock Lesnar, the California Kid Mitchell, and Stone Cold It Out over here. I got
Yeah, damn right.
I got the Canadian Destroyer. It's Austin 316 Day, ladies and gentlemen. Go stomp a mud.
16.
Hey, go stomp a mud hole in your boss. Go raise some hell. Go get some Steve Weisers. But also, I'd like to say hello to our fans listening in Watsonville.
Watsonville?
Yes, on 99.9 FM KDub. Go online to kdub999.com and on the TuneIn app. This is our first show broadcasting over their radio, so we hope you guys all enjoy it. Every Friday night from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Please direct any comments or complaints to the program director at 831-722-1122. Now, ladies and
So I finally get radio time, and this time I can't cuss.
you cannot, no profanity.
Nope.
This time I can actually.
Damn.
So
This is
when's
real.
the check coming in?
The checks, they'll come in and they will be mage. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Mage?
Yes, mage.
Mage.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Listen to Cheap Heat with Peter Rosenberg.
I don't care.
All right, let's
Show
get.
sucks.
Hey, let's get into this. Let's get into this performance-enhancing audio. All right.
Jump on in, guys.
So, Jeff Hardy, he has been arrested, or he was arrested, because he had a DWI. Not good. I mean, the guy, he just got cleared.
Yeah.
Poor brother Nero.
I know. And a DWI is worse than a DUI, so he was definitely driving while intoxicated.
He was like two times over the legal
0.25.
limit. Yep. Pretty
Yeah,
high.
it's.
That's
a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just glad, nobody's life was, really in danger or nobody's life was taken. There was just property damage, but,
Honestly,
I mean, you think Jeff would have learned by now,
you're not struggling. You're a wealthy guy, Jeff. Call an Uber.
Do the
Hire a
John
driver.
Jones thing and just hire a driver for yourself.
I have no sympathy for rich people who drive drunk because it's so easy to not.
I don't know. I mean, Jeff, he's battled with, alcohol and
Mhm.
addiction for years. He's been to rehab quite a few times.
And I understand the issues. Especially when he's had to be on his own and he's had to be rehabilitating on his own. He's been away from it for a while. It gets rough. It probably doesn't help that he's probably on painkillers for his surgery.
I don't know.
But still.
WWE released a statement. It doesn't look like there's going to be any, a suspension or anything, because Jey Uso got a DUI recently. And
He's still the champion.
yeah, he's still holding the strap, so nothing really happened there.
This couldn't have come at a worse time when they just filmed the whole Ultimate Deletion thing. Maybe Brother Nero makes an appearance. Maybe they edit him out because of this.
Yeah,
So, I mean, he's healthy now, so
I don't know.
maybe he's not going to get a spot on WrestleMania because of this.
I don't know.
Oh, I doubt it. If he was gonna get a spot, I bet you he still has that spot. But we'll see, I guess.
Yes. All right, Kid Rock is going into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Much deserved.
No, it's not. Look,
He's a great artist.
no.
He's a what?
He performed more times on a WWE stage than anybody in history. Show
you-
some respect for the future
If you
Michigan
enjoy-
senator.
If you enjoy white trash music,
Wait,
then go
what?
ahead. No, I mean, you guys know how I feel. I don't think there should be a celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. I don't think that. I
The
don't.
WWE Hall of Fame's a joke already. We've already discussed this. Why do you care so much about
Celebrity
this?
wing is fine. What about
It's-
Drew? Where would you put Drew Carey?
He doesn't need to be in there. He didn't do
He
anything.
gave us one of the greatest Royal Rumble moments of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels winning back-to-back isn't a better
that's
moment?
also one of the greatest moments, but Drew Carey's is also
It's its
a great
own
moment.
special little
It's
thing.
a special thing.
I don't have a problem with Kid
Snoop
Rock
Dogg.
being in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Snoop
Look,
Dogg.
I love Snoop Dogg, gin and juice. I'm about to go have some after the pod. But
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like
But you can't drive anyway. so it
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
I don't
Damn.
think that
Spicy.
a celebrity wing needs to happen. It's just my take.
I'm not a huge fan of Kid Rock, so I'm not a huge fan of him being in it, but that's my own biased musical taste. I actually have a reason that I think he's in it, and I'm really stoked about it, but we'll get into that later in this podcast.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
But
But
whatever.
they talked about it on the thing, and they said Kid Rock about the American Badass Undertaker. But
Well-
when you think of the American Badass Undertaker, you don't think of Kid Rock. You think of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And they made
That's
it
fair.
and they made it seem
That's
like
a good point.
he played him out for WrestleMania 19, which that was Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Like WWE doing revisionist
History?
storytelling?
We'll get to that soon.
It's coming. All right. Well, I think there is going to be another inductee. Still speaking of the Hall of Fame, because they didn't say "and that's the class." They said yet another inductee. So
Yeah,
I think there could be one more, and it could
The
be.
token black guy.
I don't. It could be a big one. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. But
Mark Henry.
probably.
You said
But,
a big one.
but ladies and gentlemen, WWE announced
Big Show.
the fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal, and because of a petition started online by fans, you are some good.
And Snickers. Shout out to Snickers.
Yeah,
Yes.
Snickers with the face turn.
Hey, you guys are some good people. WWE has retracted that name from this Battle Royal. Thoughts on them trying to do this, first of all?
I mean, first of all, it's just them being WWE and being completely...
Writing their own history?
Just being completely tactless and not even thinking about, like what people know about her. Like, honestly, it's fine. I'm happy they changed the name, but we're also going to still have to live with a video that exists of Bayley saying she grew up watching Moolah, which there's no way she could have, and
Well,
Becky
she watched her during the Attitude
and
Era.
Becky calling Moolah straight fire. Like, those are things that still are going to exist, which just feels so gross. I don't know if it was intentional, but Becky deleted her tweet of promoting Moolah and stuff, and I know that every female wrestler had to tweet out something like that. It was required, and the fact that she deleted hers makes me very proud of her.
Yeah, I mean,
It was bad. It was so uncouth. It was awful.
it goes back to people not really knowing the history of like certain people. I mean,
Yeah.
like Warrior, they have the Warrior Award, and
And it makes it even worse this year because it's in New Orleans, and the Warrior said some pretty bad things about Hurricane Katrina victims.
yeah. I mean, he said really racist and bigoted things that
And he was a terrible person.
and he never
Moolah
apologized.
did terrible things.
Yeah. Ultimate Warrior didn't hurt anybody physically. This lady ran basically a sex ring.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
she
and
was.
exploitation, like-
destroyed the women's wrestling scene when they promote her as this great innovator.
I know.
She isn't.
I mean, she held women back. She cut paychecks. She was a part of what people consider the first real screw job with Wendy Richter. She really held people back so
let's
she
name
can
a
hold.
match where we throw as many women as we possibly can find into one ring so that none of them get to stand out.
So Moolah gets 25% of the paycheck.
Is this gonna be in the halftime show or?
It's the pre-show. Halftime show. It's the pre-show.
There's no halftime show.
Oh,
It's like
my
the
bad.
Super Bowl. What's this guy doing here?
It's gonna be on. It's gonna be.
I think it's like the time you go to the bathroom,
No, it's gonna be on the. I bet it's on the pre-show.
I mean, no, but seriously,
It's
I
gonna
mean,
main event WrestleMania. What are you talking about?
yeah, I mean,
Oh, totally.
Moolah held people back so she could have the title for like almost 30 years. So it's the whole thing. But honestly, like Chyna's not in the Hall of Fame. Why didn't you name it after her? Why didn't you name it after Sensational Sherry, even though she wasn't really like a
Or
wrestler?
you can name it after Mildred Burke, one of the greatest women's, if not the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Alundra Blaze. I mean, come on, think about that. You know, the Alundra Blaze Memorial Battle Royal.
Well, she's
That
not
sounds
dead.
dope.
She's not dead. You can't say
Yeah.
memorial.
Okay.
That's
You just say like the Alundra Blaze Battle Royal.
Okay, Chyna. There we go. Perfect example. Chyna Memorial Battle Royal. I don't, and it would be
I mean,
better.
It'd be fine. It'd
No.
be fine. I just don't know if WWE is willing to
No,
talk about.
Listen,
her
it'd
that
be
much.
better because Andre was the 8th wonder of the world. He has a Battle Royal. Chyna was the 9th wonder of the world.
No, that's perfect.
So it just makes sense. And
that
plus,
would be great.
I don't think they're gonna have a Andre Battle Royal. They haven't announced it or anything.
They'll throw it on the last week of the show.
I'm sure they'll throw it.
Yeah.
on.
Because,
I'm
I
sure
mean,
it'll be there.
things are still going on where they don't know exactly
Yeah.
what the matches are going to be.
Someone will announce that they're going to be in it. I will say that I'm happy they've dropped her name. I am bummed that they did not put another name in. I'm sad that it's just called the Women Battle Royal now.
I think they're gonna fix that. I
think
hope.
they'll
I
add a
would
name
hope.
in it.
Yeah. All right. Xavier Woods. He suffered a spinal injury after being powerbombed on steel steps by the Bludgeon Brothers.
Are you sure this is real?
Guys,
Because he was at the press conference
He
today,
was at the press
and
conference.
he looked pretty good.
I don't know. Could it be a work?
It's
could
a work.
Could it be a shoot? We
It's
don't
not a
know.
work. If it's a
Hey.
spine injury, I mean, spine injuries are serious.
yeah,
He was dancing around shaking his ass.
that was one of. I hope it. I'm gonna go with it's fake out of my own desire. 'Cause
I
that
would
was
hope
one
it
of
was
the
a work.
best sells.
I know he looked like he was having a seizure. I was a little scared for the guy.
And then
They-
the camera crew worked it really well by like starting to show replays of it and then cutting away before they showed the impact to make you go like, oh, why are they not showing us the impact? Like, that was
Yeah.
good editing at Fastlane.
Nice stuff. Good production. Road Dogg isn't killing SmackDown, guys.
Vince McMahon is.
All right, moving on from that. WrestleMania 35 will be at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. MetLife Stadium was the home of WrestleMania 29. We got to see Punk versus Taker, Lesnar versus Hunter, twice in a lifetime. Rock versus Cena, that time for the WWE title.
Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger.
Alberto Del Rio retained the World Heavyweight Championship. That's your boy. That's his deal. You know?
That is my deal.
Yeah.
Patron.
MetLife Stadium, I think it could be a nice WrestleMania
It'll be fun.
next
Hey,
year.
Might be a good excuse for us to make our way out to the Big Apple.
Cross country.
I haven't been there in a while, so I'll
Never
I've
been
been
in
there
New
like
York.
2 years. It's great.
I'll-
Tompkins Square Park bagels, best bagels.
I'll go back to the Big Apple. But moving on from that, let's talk about some stuff that happened inside of the ring. Let's get into Ring of Honor's 16th anniversary show. Cody Rhodes defeats Matt Taven of the Kingdom, and Barry the Drug-Free Bear was revealed to be none other than Kenny Omega.
And everyone lost their minds.
And Kenny Omega is a
Great.
sick man kissing another man's wife. Disgusting.
I love it. It's so good.
Disgusting. It really is. But what do you guys think about this progress on the Cody versus Kenny storyline?
It's the best build in wrestling right now. It's the best feud in wrestling right now.
People are saying it's Mega Powers reverse. All right, not them, but going with the Golden Lovers and them reuniting. They're saying that's Mega Powers reverse. But Cody versus Kenny, the build is looking nice.
It's a really great fallout of Bullet Club. It's keeping them interesting. It's keeping them from getting stagnant. Whatever the outcome is, it's going to just keep people talking. It's making me want to go to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean they're
I want to go to All In.
I'm all in. No, but the promo after Kenny was talking to Cody about, why was that kiss so long? You might have to go talk to your wife or something like that. And then they come to blows or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're building this very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Cody versus Kenny could be one of the matches of WrestleMania weekend.
It's definitely going to be the hottest one.
Yeah.
People are going to love that show.
gonna-
I'm going to go out of my way to watch it.
I know.
It's gonna be like the Young Bucks versus the Hardys last year.
Oh, yeah, that was great. That
But
was
this
awesome.
one
And
has
of them
way
is gonna
more
show up at
storytelling.
WrestleMania at the last second.
You never know.
But this one has a better story behind it,
Yeah.
I'd say.
One more
Because, I mean,
story.
they've been
And
building
then
this
just
forever.
from a pure match standpoint, you're going to have a great worker with crazy charisma versus a crazy worker with great charisma. It's just a storm of going to be a great, great match.
Do you think they're gonna do like something comedic, or is this all gonna be a serious wrestling?
There will
match?
probably be some comedy to it, just because Bullet Club tends to like
We're
to
going
do
to get like
little
a
bit of comedy.
Brandy Rhodes, Flip Gordon run-in. It's
I
going
would-
to be like a culmination of everything on being
It's gonna be every single bit and joke from Being the Elite. I would be okay with that. That would be fun.
I'd love it. I'd love
It's like
all
the
of
season
it.
finale.
Yes.
But I don't see this on the script anywhere.
Okay.
Big Davey said that possibly New Japan is going to come in July to the Cow Palace.
I know. I saw that too.
I mean, Cody
How do
gave
you
us
not
that too.
talk about this?
I was wondering why that
Come
wasn't on
on.
here.
I mean,
This is
honestly,
news to me.
Yeah, they might be coming to the Cow Palace.
July 7th.
Hell
Could be
yeah.
great. Maybe Chris Jericho versus Naito there.
That's the big rumor, which is literally my two favorite wrestlers.
I told
Chris
you,
Jericho has a connection that he wrestled there for WCW. I think he'd love to fill that place out.
Jericho's my goat.
I told you people that like a year ago when Cody gave me that tip. You guys are welcome. Moving on, let's get
Wow,
into this.
just burying the news.
It's-
Revisionist history, guys.
It's March Madness, so
Fake
we
news.
thought we'd give you a little.
It's my idea. I do it because you don't know anything about March. Have you seen one game of March Madness so far?
Okay, we've been through this.
No, you haven't.
I
So,
watch professional wrestling. I don't give a damn about football.
well,
I don't like real sports.
yes, I like real sports too. When March Madness, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like college basketball that much, but I
Oh.
watch the tournament.
Oh,
So anyway,
oh,
we have our first ever Bulletcast Mania Madness, because I understand Mania and
I
Madness
can't read this. It's white.
are
Why am I doing
basically the same thing. But I don't care. It's better than March Mania or something else.
all right.
So, we have the best WrestleMania of all time. All 33 WrestleManias listed in order. Rankings were by a website, GameSpot.com, so this is not my order. This is off the internet. Because
I can
I do
see-
my research. And I credit people because I'm a good journalist.
Hey,
Ahem.
GameSpot.com. Thank you.
Yes.
welcome.
Shout out to GameSpot.
You're not what?
So,
All right, let's do this.
we're going to start off with the play-in game. And we're going to talk about the worst ever WrestleMania, possibly. WrestleMania 9, the one in Las Vegas where Jim Ross makes his debut in a toga. And then WrestleMania 11 with Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam Bigelow, and as well as other stuff.
as
Which
well
guys?
as other
Which
stuff.
one do you? Okay, should we go? Which one's better or which one's worse? 'Cause I think worse is probably more fun to talk about.
Worse is better. So,
So which one is a worse WrestleMania?
I think 9.
I do too. I
Why?
think it's more memorable. I think it's more memorably bad.
what was the main event of WrestleMania
Because
9?
the whole thing with Yokozuna and Bret Hart was
That was really bad.
pretty bad. And Hogan with the black eye coming in.
But was it bad enough to be enjoyable?
Okay, hold on. So
Was it-
we're,
was it
we're
the-
doing best WrestleMania. I think we need to get out the way what the criteria is. What do you say best? Do you mean like you want to go back and watch it, or do you mean best as in greatest ever in terms of like because WrestleMania 3's here? Could you just say, oh, it filled out this place. It's one of the best WrestleManias ever in terms of attendance. Andre and Hogan was
I just
a
remember
big ass match.
I think
Should we just go back and like rewatchability standpoint?
I think memorability for me is a big one. Like rewatchability, the thing is that every WrestleMania is long, so going back and rewatching is gonna be hard, no matter how good it is, because of how long a WrestleMania is. Like you're gonna skip to your favorite matches. That's just what's gonna happen. So when I think of it, of what makes the greatest WrestleMania, which one feels like the Showcase of the Immortals? Which one feels memorable? What do you when you hear a WrestleMania number? Like if you hear obviously it's gonna probably get closer to the finals. But when you hear WrestleMania X7, you immediately imagine WrestleMania X7. Like you just do because it's memorable. A good WrestleMania is a memorable WrestleMania. I'll never forget WrestleMania 31.
So let's talk about the worst WrestleManias.
All right.
I'm gonna say 11.
I am gonna say 11 as well
because
because
9 is memorable.
9 is
terrible.
11 was trash.
Yeah, 9 is like memorable that it's so bad. But I'm gonna go back and watch 9
Is that
to
the
see.
one with Lawrence Taylor?
That's the one when Taker lost to Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah, and he gets carried out because he gets chloroformed.
See,
Like WrestleMania 9 is terrible,
I
but
remember all those things you're saying. I don't remember anything about WrestleMania 11.
so WrestleMania 11, we're gonna go with the worst WrestleMania ever. So WrestleMania 9 moves on to get slaughtered by WrestleMania X7.
It's fair.
Basically.
That's fair. I mean,
Alright.
to all you out there, for a nice comparison, I would much rather watch The Phantom Menace than Attack of the Clones. Phantom Menace is much worse, but it's more enjoyable to watch than a boring film.
All right.
All right, WrestleMania 9 onwards to the next round.
We'll talk about Tommy Wiseau on a non-wrestling podcast,
So-
right, Carlos?
All right.
So now on to the actual bracket.
I'll talk about Tommy
32
Wiseau on a wrestling
WrestleManias, and we start off with WrestleMania X7, as Mitchell will say. I just call it 17 because that's what it is. But we're gonna just skip on past that. Versus WrestleMania 9. I don't think there's any comparison.
WrestleMania X7.
WrestleMania 17. Anything from you?
Is there any reason you want to try and defend WrestleMania 9 over WrestleMania X7?
I mean, Yokozuna, a man that was Samoan but was billed as Japanese, defeats Bret Hart and then goes on to lose the world title to Hulk Hogan.
The American, not the American Dream, but the American hero, Hulk Hogan.
We won 9.
WrestleMania 9 was trash. 17 moves along.
All right, WrestleMania 17 on to the next round. So now we have a 4-5 matchup of WrestleMania 6, which is Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, going up against last year's WrestleMania 33.
Which we had Brock and Goldberg, that 5-minute classic, or car wreck.
A beautiful car wreck.
Best match of the show, in my opinion. I'm going to go with WrestleMania 33.
I know
it was
we
a
had
very long match. It was a very long show, but I think top to bottom, I think it was better.
I know.
It had one of the worst WrestleMania matches on it of all time, with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt.
That's like the only
So bad
true
that you can't remember it.
bad match.
I mean,
But
30,
at least you go back there and you're like,
But
what?
33.
They projected worms on the
the
canvas.
Hardys returned.
The Hardys returned.
The Hardys returning is one of the best WrestleMania
I think we
moments
saw
of
the
all time.
retirement of the dead man gimmick.
We'll get into that a little
John
bit later.
Cena proposed to Nikki. That was also sweet.
I love schmaltzy crap. I love stuff like that.
Lesnar became Universal Champion.
I say 33.
I'm going 33.
I thought 33 was a really
All
solid.
right.
I remember 6, so I'm going 33.
So, next up, we have WrestleMania 31.
Which I've already brought up.
Surprisingly, it's a 2 seed. I really liked it, but I didn't think it'd be that high. Against WrestleMania 15.
Oh.
Attitude Era. First ever Rock Austin match.
Oh.
But that's really the only match on the show that you remember.
I mean, wait, I remember X-Pac versus Shane McMahon. Hold on.
Is that
Yes.
when Kane fought The Undertaker for the first time?
No, that was
That's
14.
14?
I think 31's a no-brainer.
I mean,
Heist of the century.
yeah, Seth Rollins cashed in. You guys were there.
Yeah.
Damn right, I was there, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Heist of the century. Daniel Bryan wins the IC
Yeah,
title?
Yeah, he
Dan
did.
One of the
Bryan.
best,
Bryan-
one of the best RKO's ever.
RKO reversal of a
Cena
curb
won the
stomp.
U.S. title.
Rusev came in on a tank.
Sting getting buried by Triple H.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, that match live was fun. Watching
Yeah.
back, it wasn't that fun.
I
but-
mean, DX and the NWO, the Attitude Eras
It made no
collided.
sense.
because
X-Pac.
DX was always on the same level as the NWO.
all right, 31
Anyway,
it is.
doesn't
31.
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The rest of the WrestleMania was spectacular.
Okay, so next on we have WrestleMania 14, which was when Kane wrestled The Undertaker. Going off against WrestleMania 27, when Undertaker wrestled Triple H and was carried off to the back after he barely won.
It's the end of an era.
And Rock...
No, that was 28.
That was 28.
28 was the end of an era.
That was a hell in a cell.
Oh, 27 was just a good match.
27 was Edge's last match, retired as world champion. Miz defeats Cena.
The Rock hosting.
The Rock hosting. What else happened?
In
The Rock
retrospect,
run in.
Snooki wrestled at 27.
Oh,
and
God.
did a great Hurricane Rana.
I mean, but 14, Austin beats Michaels, Taker, and Kane.
Terry Funk and Mankind up against...
Chainsaw Charlie?
Yeah, Chainsaw Charlie and Mankind up against the New Age Outlaws in a dumpster match.
Yeah.
That was great.
I mean, 27, it had some interesting...
It had one great match. Everything else was meh.
It was
I
alright.
go with WrestleMania 14.
I'm going to give it to 14 on
I
this
know.
one just because I don't think... But I also don't think it stands a chance in the next round.
And it's also the Austin era beginning.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of an era.
And
That
it's
is important.
Austin 316 day. And look, there says my MacBook right there.
Did
Oh,
stop
Shout out to my
recording?
book. I don't think so. It did the last time. Shout out to my MacBook.
Your
I'll go
MacBook.
with 14, but like I do like Undertaker's entrance at WrestleMania 27 with Johnny Cash as his theme.
That was a good.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
Ain't No Grave. That was a
But
good one.
14, I remember Taker versus Kane. Taker just taking the table bump like to the announce table with the dive he misses.
Since it's Austin 316, man, and plus it was better. I'm going 14.
All right, 14 on to the next round. So next, we have WrestleMania. Is it 18 or is it X8?
It's X8.
Okay.
It's about how they brand a WrestleMania.
WrestleMania
The 25th
X8
is the 25th anniversary, even though that doesn't make any gosh darn sense.
going up against WrestleMania 13.
Oh,
Surprisingly, WrestleMania 18 is a 1 seed here. I don't think it's that great.
I don't know. How did it become the 1 seed?
Once again, talk to GameSpot.com. I just went in order. They ranked it from 1 to 33, and I ranked them. I seeded them. That's how they ranked them.
All right,
So,
I guess the 1 seed.
13 or 18, one of the best WrestleMania matches ever. Stone Cold versus Bret Hart.
Ah, that was so good.
But then everything else on that show is trash.
The problem is that is actually my favorite match of all time, so I'm gonna have to give it that WrestleMania.
What happened at 18? Flair versus
Taker.
Flair versus Taker was good. Was this with Shane and Vince? Was 18 that one?
No.
I do
I
not
think
remember.
that was 17. I think that was like 7.
Yeah, I was 17.
Yeah,
I
that was
All right.
17.
I'm pretty sure
Because
it's like
that's
7
when
because I always fast-forward to that
Linda
match
comes
to
out of
get-
the wheelchair.
What else happened at
Yeah,
18?
That was like 7.
Rock and Austin.
Well, you can't
Yeah.
remember, so
No,
it
that
doesn't
was
matter.
19.
I'm gonna say 13.
I mean, whatever. Rock and Hogan. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I almost
Rock and
cussed-
Hogan.
Oh, Rock and Hogan.
The clash of 2 eras. That's right.
And Jericho versus Triple H.
Yes. Triple
Main
H
event.
won the undisputed title. I'm going 13.
You're going 13.
I'm
We're
gonna say 13.
gonna have an 8 seed upsetting a 1 seed in the first round.
Hey, I've seen it happen before.
Hey,
all right.
do it.
hey, you can't say no to the double turn. One of the greatest turns in all time.
I know that.
Just basically one match is gonna. How far can this one match carry this WrestleMania?
When it's that good of a match, we'll see.
I know.
I'm going with 18 because I don't remember 13 that well besides the Austin and Bret Hart.
Well,
Okay.
13.
I'm going with 18.
So,
Really?
So now it's a tie. So now we have to flip a coin. Where the hell's the damn coin at? All right, here we go.
18 one's heads.
18 always wants head.
18's head, 13's tails. Here we go.
18's always one head.
Tails.
It is tails, so WrestleMania 13 goes
There we
on.
go.
There
All
we
right.
go. All right.
So next
Carry
up,
on through. This is gonna be a long
I
episode.
know we got WrestleMania 12 going up against WrestleMania 7.
Oh,
Neither one of them very that memorable.
WrestleMania 12, the boyhood dream.
The 1 hour match, I think we just go with 12 just because of the 1 hour match.
Oh, it was yes.
Another one match for Mania.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna go very
Ultimate
far.
Warrior versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
This,
That
is a,
happened.
this is a pretty bad matchup here, so I'm going 12.
I'm going with 12.
Is that the one where Taker fought Diesel?
Was that 12?
No,
Or was it?
that was 13.
No, 13 was Sid.
I don't remember.
Whoa, yeah.
No, 13 wasn't Sid.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
I'm going with 12.
A little bit of editing. We'll be fine. I'm gonna go along with you guys. I don't remember either of these Manias.
All right, 12 it is. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, on to WrestleMania 20 going up against WrestleMania 29.
Oh.
The one we just talked about.
I mean, yesterday was just the anniversary of Eddie and Benoit hugging in the ring after retaining their world titles at 20.
Chris Benoit winning the title.
They may not have us remember it, but it's one of the greatest WrestleMania moments.
I know, but 29, like we just talked.
I think 20 is way better than
Yeah.
29.
20.
You also got the worst match in WrestleMania history right there too.
I mean, Molly Holly gets her head shaved. I mean, come on.
Brock versus Goldberg.
That's not the worst match in WrestleMania
I'm
history.
pretty sure.
There's been worse.
No, there's like the opening matches of WrestleMania.
That was just bad because of circumstance. There are actual bad matches that are worse than that. That was just bad because of circumstance. Mike's falling. I'm gonna say 20 as well.
I'm going 20.
Any WrestleMania that gives me a story throughout the entire Mania is gonna get my vote.
All right. So, on to WrestleMania 28 going up against WrestleMania 2000
Oh.
or 16, but I call it 2000s because that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I
see?
mean, 2000, that was the Fatal 4-Way show.
with a McMahon
Hunter,
in every corner.
Mick Foley and Rock for the WWF title.
Match, right?
28, it was
The
the
TLC match, or was it a TLC match, or was it just like a ladder match?
It was a TLC match.
Okay,
TLC.
first ever TLC match,
I mean, yeah, but then 28, it was the end of an era. We got the once in a lifetime at that point in time.
which
Cena,
was a
Rock.
very good match. I really like that match.
I know, I enjoyed it, especially
Oh
the
yeah,
story,
those were the same Mania, weren't they?
storytelling that was
I think
done.
28 is going to go pretty far. I really like 28.
28 for me.
28.
All right.
Same.
All right.
So, on to the other side. We got WrestleMania 3
Ooh.
going up against WrestleMania 2.
WrestleMania 2 was King Kong Bundy, right?
Yes, it was. In the blue cage.
I mean, there's no question. It's WrestleMania 3. Savage and Steamboat. Hogan slams Andre.
Savage and Steamboat.
There's no question there.
That's the
Honestly-
that's the WrestleMania that kind of saved the concept of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It did.
I mean, honestly, I thought WrestleMania 3
And plus,
is the weakest one seed on here, but apparently not. WrestleMania 18, it's gone.
like the storytelling behind Hogan and Andre, they didn't know if Andre was going to do business. Great stuff.
Well, I think he was just not healthy enough to do business.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, that
Well, we can talk about that when the Andre the Giant
documentary comes
documentary
Yeah.
thingy comes out.
out. April 10th.
All
All
right.
right, moving on.
WrestleMania 30 going up against WrestleMania 23.
23.
The one with our president.
Yes, the one with Donald J. Trump. I mean, 23, Cena and HBK. 30, Brian has his own boyhood dream kind of moment, winning the title, beating 3/4 of Evolution in the same night. The streak ended
I
at
can't.
30.
Yeah, I can't say anything. I mean, it's the Miracle on Bourbon Street. I'm going 30. It's got to be 30.
I think I'll go with 30 as well.
I might have to go with 30 because of the streak ending.
Am I the one going
That-
23?
Yeah,
I can maybe go 23 just
23,
because.
Batista and Taker. That was nice. I think that's Batista's best
and-
match of his career.
It's my first Mania I ever watched. I remember MVP versus Benoit, the Money in the Bank briefcase match in the beginning.
Kennedy won that one.
Still briefcase match. Those are always fun. I mean, again, like I said earlier, if WrestleMania tells a story for me, the fact that we got to see Bryan face Triple H in the beginning and then come back later for his title
It's
match.
30.
I think it is 30 as well.
It's
And
30.
then, you're right, the streak ending and just that total silence.
Yeah.
John Cena entering in a Mustang and breaking through some glass.
Oh, that was great though. 23.
Because he was definitely driving that car.
Yeah, 23 had some nice moments.
I think the tag team champions based off that year.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
moving on.
24 in WrestleMania 5.
I'm hosting WrestleMania 24, going up against WrestleMania 5.
I mean, this is a hard one. It was the implosion of the Mega Powers. You know, Savage gave Hogan, I think, his best match of his career that night. But 24, Flair's career, WWE career ended, and that was emotional.
That's one of the best. That's a great match.
You had-
It's a really well put together match.
You had the triple threat with Orton, Cena, and Hunter
And Money Mayweather.
for the WWE title. Yet Floyd Mayweather beat Big Show because that can really happen.
and that
Yeah.
was Taker and Edge.
Taker and Edge.
Yeah,
Yes,
Taker
you're
and Edge,
right.
Which is
The
one of
main
my
event.
favorite Taker matches.
24,
One of my favorite Edge
hands
matches.
down. 24.
I think it was only one. No, it wasn't the only match he won at Mania with the Hell's Gate.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he won with the Hell's Gate. Cool moment. Very fun.
24.
24.
I didn't watch 24, but I'd rather go watch 24 just because of that Ric Flair match.
Oh
It's
yeah,
good,
It's
man.
so great.
Storytelling.
I'm sorry.
I love you. Kicks him in the chin.
Okay. Onwards. WrestleMania, another chronological matchup. WrestleMania 22 going up against WrestleMania 21.
Ooh,
I'm going with WrestleMania 21. I thought it was a really good first ever Money in the Bank match.
Edge won.
The
21.
Kurt Angle HBK match.
Oh, that was amazing. 21, we got Batista winning the world title. Cena beats JBL to become WWE champion.
You have
21.
The trailers for the skits.
I mean, I don't even remember what's on 22. What's on 22? Remind me.
22 was
Foley against Spear.
Through the flames.
yeah, and then Hunter versus Cena. That was at 22.
Henry and Taker casket match.
Apparently 22 is very good because it's ranked a 3 seed.
I'm going.
I don't know
21.
what GameSpot is talking about.
21.
But we're going with 21.
21.
All right, 21 it is. We're 3/4 of the way there.
We're almost there.
Onwards to WrestleMania 19, the 1 seed against WrestleMania 32. One of the worst
Eight?
WrestleManias I remember.
The 8th seed.
The 8 seed,
30.
WrestleMania 2.
I mean, 32.
that show
It
was
had a
dumb
very
long.
lackluster ending.
32.
What was the best match of that show was probably the women's triple threat match.
Yes.
And no
That
hate
was
to
a
the
very good
women,
match.
the match wasn't, an all-time classic.
32. We debuted the new women's championship or whatever. Austin major pop. Oh wait, no, the League of Nations was on 32. Never mind.
Yeah, you think about
Besides
the
the
Rock
Hell in a
Hogan
Cell?
Rock thing?
I mean, honestly, 19, my favorite WrestleMania of all time. So I have to go 19.
19.
I'm going to say 19. I have some really fond memories about 32. It was the first WrestleMania that I had all my friends over and had my first annual WrestleMania party, and that was a lot of fun. But it wasn't that great of a WrestleMania.
It was so bad, I had to get drunk to somewhat enjoy it.
I mean,
Yeah, but that's what I do for every wrestling event I watch.
19 had everything. You know, it had Rock and Austin.
Which I feel is their best WrestleMania match.
Lesnar.
Better than 17.
Yeah, Lesnar and Angle. Like, it had everything.
Okay. So, onwards to the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania.
Oh.
25th anniversary, even though the year of your wedding day is not your anniversary of your wedding. That would be next year. So it's not the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, but that's what they billed it as. So that's what it is.
Anyways, going up against WrestleMania 8. I do not remember where. That's the one in Indiana.
WrestleMania 8, Savage versus Flair.
Good match. Really good match.
Good match. I've seen it. It's a
Was
good
it Sid versus Hogan?
Yeah, then
match.
Papa Shango did the late run-in.
Isn't that
Right?
Taker
Oh,
versus
yeah.
Snuka?
I mean, WrestleMania 25, no question. Greatest wrestling match of all time, Taker versus Shawn.
Onwards.
We'll see
WrestleMania
how far.
25.
We'll see how far 25 can get on one match.
Hey,
Well, I mean, WrestleMania 13 got by in
Yep.
one match, so.
yeah.
Oh, I hope they face off.
So
They can't.
WrestleMania
Dang it.
10, Bret Hart doing the double duty just like Dana Bryan,
Yeah.
going up against WrestleMania 4.
I mean, this is
The tournament match at Trump Tower.
at Trump. Yes, got to get that in there. I mean, the tournament style, it was interesting. You know, of course, Savage goes on to defeat Ted DiBiase and become WWF champion at the time.
It was a fun concept.
But then, I mean, 10, you know, you had the ladder match with Razor and Shawn. You had Owen going over Brett, then Brett winning the title
Mhm.
later in the night because Luger couldn't beat Yokozuna.
Again, you tell me a story in a match. 10, 20, 30. They're three of my favorite WrestleManias of all time.
And the greatest ladder match of all time.
It's amazing.
So it's
10.
10. 10
10.
hands down.
10.
Yeah.
See what
See,
I
I
did
mean,
there?
these early rounds are very easy.
Yeah.
It's when we get closer on is when it's like we gotta nitpick a lot.
All right.
So the last match we have, the
26.
actual
26.
25th anniversary of WrestleMania 26, going up against WrestleMania 1, very historic, the first ever WrestleMania. It's 26. Because
26.
WrestleMania 1 is hot garbage.
Yep.
Historically, it's a great show.
It's important, but it's not good.
26.
26.
All right, there we go. Way to end on a whimper. WrestleMania 26.
Batista versus Cena. Jericho versus Edge.
We have the
Shawn Michaels
Sweet
Taker.
16
Hunter
setup.
versus Sheamus.
Oh yeah, they did the rematch. I think I prefer that. I prefer their second matchup.
Anyways,
All right.
we are done. We have done the first round. On to
There we
the
go.
Sweet 16. That will be next week.
Yes.
And
Beautiful,
every
my
week
friends.
on, we will do one round, except for the final week where we'll do the Final Four as well as the championships.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this Raw recap.
Oh yeah, we had wrestling that we
I
watched.
know. Roman Reigns with a very fire promo on Monday
Great
night.
promo.
Whoa.
I mean, there were some inconsistencies with
You
him.
are-
Hold on.
you're very lucky that we're on the radio now. I cannot cuss and talk about
Hold on.
how angry I was at Roman Reigns.
I mean, for Roman saying Brock is Vince's boy, I don't agree with all that.
Don't
But
get yourself worked, man.
I mean, it was
It's a story.
It was a hero for them going into Gorilla. I mean, that's probably the most important.
With Shane McMahon there, which didn't do anything except for
Makes
make
no
it even
sense.
worse.
I know, but I mean,
Hey, and
You could have
Kevin,
Triple H there. Triple H was there, it made more sense.
I mean, the Gorilla position probably the most important space in
just
wrestling
dumb.
history.
But
you know?
Shane, in kayfabe terms, shouldn't be at Raw. He's never even seen Raw, apparently, according to Shane McMahon.
All right.
But okay, let's go back to the actual segment.
Yeah, moving on with the whole Gorilla position thing. You know, we have Vince in there going to commercial himself. Like, yeah, go to commercial. I mean, we don't get to see Gorilla on TV that often, so
felt real.
this was this was a hero for me. I enjoyed
I
it.
did not like this segment.
I think he was better. I think him on the mic. I think he was better the last time he addressed Brock not being there. I thought that was a better promo. In my
Yeah.
opinion. I think this promo wasn't as strong, but I think it's because they knew that this promo was hinging upon him walking to the back. I can't say enough how much I like this story that they're telling. I think it's one of the few ways you could have got me interested in this match in general. Like, whoever's writing this story deserves a raise because it actually is making me excited to see these two go at it. I get. The problem is that at the end of the day, it would be a better story if it wasn't Roman. If it was anyone but Roman, it'd be a little bit more realistic. But Roman is doing everything he can to kill it, and then we know because of past matches that the match is going to be great.
Yeah.
Because Reigns is far of a better wrestler than he ever was at 31. So you can only imagine that how much better the match is going to be now.
Yeah, he's
But at
coming.
31, you could argue that Brock Lesnar cared. Well, Brock
Well,
Lesnar
yeah.
cared at 34.
We'll see if he cares. Yeah, because at the end of the day, this is also this whole storyline is airing everything that I don't like about Brock Lesnar. But it's because I don't know if it's true or not, and they're making it a focal point of the story. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've always felt that it was. So I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
I mean, we're gonna see moving.
I
Yeah, we've
very much disagree with Mitchell's take.
Okay.
I did not like this segment in terms of trying to promote Roman Reigns as a babyface. First, he said that Vince McMahon is Brock Lesnar's boy, or whatever the hell he said, which makes no sense.
I mean, in kayfabe, yeah, he is. He gets
You
to
know
do
what could-
whatever he wants, and Vince
No, he's
never
not.
does
No one
anything.
believes that Brock Lesnar, who is the baddest man in
Hold on.
WWE, is Vince's boy.
You know what could really save this? If next week on Raw... Wait,
Hold on, this was only a part.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Roman
yeah,
got
you-
suspended.
Thing.
Roman
There's
got
a
suspended.
lot of stuff I did not like about this.
By the way,
Roman Reigns was being an a-hole to Kurt Angle.
he what?
Roman Reigns was being an a-hole to Renee Young. After the little meeting they had, Renee was trying to do her job. Ask him a question. He just walked out.
Well, to be fair, he's also not allowed to be in the stadium. He literally has to walk out the door.
But all he has to do is just like, Renee, not right now, or something like that. Just acknowledge her, and he just walked away like an a-hole.
And being a jerk to Kurt Angle, I'm okay with that, because as it comes to being a general manager, Kurt Angle has been pretty laissez-faire with everything. He's never really said.
But he's been standing up to people lately since he's had his match with Ronda
Only
Rousey.
involves him being in a match.
Honestly, look, I have an idea that could probably save this, or they could do something else. I don't know. But in the next coming weeks, whenever Roman's suspension is lifted, probably for the go-home show for Mania, if Brock doesn't show up there either, Vince and Roman can have a promo, and Vince can be like, I gave you the world, I gave you everything, and they don't cheer you, you didn't do your job right, or something to that extent. You know, have Vince get in his face and say, I gave you everything.
Don't you think Roman's gonna run in next week?
Yeah, no,
from the audience.
Roman will be showing up next week on Raw.
Yeah, I thought Roman Reigns did not come across well.
WWE
So
thing to do.
you think
I don't
Roman
think
Reigns
I don't
was
think he's
coming
a
across
face.
as babyface?
I don't think he's a face right now. I still think he's the same betweener character that Reigns has been for the past 2 years, where he's kind of a douche. He's kind of a jerk.
But when it comes to this match, if Brock Lesnar really is leaving and not showing up, you want to do everything in your power to get them. I think to maybe cheer Brock Lesnar instead of just booing both of them and having apathy or not even caring and maybe walking out.
he has
Either three things are going to happen. They're going to have a squash like Goldberg did to Lesnar, and Lesnar can just leave, or they're going to have a 32 like he had with Ambrose, and it's going to be not very good, or Lesnar might care and they can do some really good business. I don't know.
I think it's closer to 32.
Is this gonna be like the main event?
Oh yeah. You don't think so?
It all depends on what's really going on with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
True.
Because, I mean, if
From what
Brock
I've been
doesn't want to
This could
play...
be like the third to second match.
From what I've been reading, they were holding off on things because they didn't know A, what was going on with the Reigns drug stuff, and B, they didn't know what was going on with Lesnar, and they were holding Braun Strowman in the wings as like a last second, like we'll throw him in if we have to. But from what I've heard, that's done now, and they're all in on this match. So I think
I
Lesnar
see what you did there.
Thank you.
All in.
I think Lesnar will be there. I think it's going to be a good match. I think that they've decided to use a character that Lesnar has made himself out to be, and they're using it very well in the storyline. I don't know if Reigns is necessarily the babyface, but he's definitely the wrestler in this, where Lesnar is the athlete/celebrity, and I think that's a good story to tell.
All right. We'll see where they go with this. Sasha Banks goes on to defeat Sonya Deville.
Bayley, it looks like they're turning Bayley heel, or at least making her the heel in this feud.
Need to speed this up a little bit.
So I don't know what they're doing with Bayley. I'm kind of intrigued what they're going to do with Bayley.
I know.
I'm enjoying Bayley's facial expression. She's telling a great story.
She is.
She looks like an abused, like, significant other.
Maybe she'll get rid of the hug life and choose the thug life.
Get a tattoo.
See what I did
Maybe
there?
she'll get like the full tattoo on like Enzo, or like a half of it. You get the full thug life tattoo.
Get like a little Machiavelli type deal.
Oh God.
All right. Miz TV.
This is probably one of my least favorite Miz TVs in a while. There's just
Really?
there just wasn't really, like, normally when I go and I watch Miz TV, there's at least a good solid minute of it where I just go like, holy crap, this is amazing. Like, you're all on fire. This one felt a little bit like Miz TV a year to 2 years ago.
Miz TV 2014.
Yeah, this felt like 2014 Miz TV. Him trying to turn these two against each other, them being snarky. That was fine. I didn't mind it. Miz is great. Rollins is starting to get a character again, and Balor is Balor.
Yeah. We'll see where we go with that.
I think it made the baby faces look dumb because the whole thing was Miz was trying to get them to attack each other,
And
they said, "Oh, we see what you're doing, Miz. You're not going to do that," and then they ended up doing it.
Do you guys think Demon Balor is going to come out for Mania, or just going to be Finn Balor?
I mean, I'd love to see the entrance.
But
I don't want to overdo it.
I don't want to waste a demon entrance.
I'm gonna say no because I think Miz is winning, but that's why I'm gonna say no. They're not letting Demon Balor lose at WrestleMania to the Miz.
All right, we have a little bit of a tag team turmoil. All the tag teams get into a huge brawl.
A big old kerfuffle.
Just a preview to what was later to come.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later on. We gotta talk about John Cena in this promo.
This promo, I think it was a promo of two halves. Didn't like the first half. Second half was damn good.
Cena taking a sip of the dude's beer in the crowd.
I hope that was a plant. I hope it was a plant.
That was super awkward.
What would you do
It
if
was
John Cena took
super-
a sip of your beer?
I don't even have my beer. He's John Cena.
Fucking save that shit, auction that shit.
Whoa, no profanity.
We're at 39 minutes. I'll bleep it out. Don't worry about it.
Write it down. 39 minutes.
39.
39 F-bomb.
Wow, he's giving us stuff
I've
for that.
You're welcome.
not been here for a while, so I will very shortly give you a reason of one of the things that has been happening with my thoughts on wrestling. I've been really bummed out on wrestling lately, and one of the reasons I was really bummed out has been dealing with the fact that I was starting to get the feeling that no story really ever ends, and no stories have great narrative endings. It's because there's always like, oh yeah, they had a great ending,
WWE.
and then
WWE.
they just brought it back. So and this happened when I heard that the Cena Taker match was where they were gonna go, and I was like, are you kidding me? Because the close in the middle of the ring last year was one of my favorite moments ever.
Okay,
I got
but
misty-eyed. I really liked this promo.
I did enjoy this promo. Cena is doing what John Cena does best. So here's the thing, and if they're going with what I think they're going with, then Kid Rock going into the Hall of Fame that weekend is a hero. So the dead man, the phenom, the demon from Death Valley, that character was no more. But Mark Calloway can go back to a character he did about like 15 years ago, the American Badass Undertaker.
So how I feel this would be great.
Project your voice there, guy.
I feel it would be great if they have like Taker not say anything and just show up at Mania in the motorcycle.
So they do the 31 build with Bray and they didn't do anything?
I'm gonna say I would like him to show up at least a couple times. I especially because if they do that storyline, which is where I think they're going for a couple reasons. I think Kid Rock is a big tell sign. I think him specifically taking off
but I think you have to telegraph that it's the American Badass.
I know,
You can't just like show up and
go on
be on a motorcycle.
Go on WWE Shop. They had like an American flag Undertaker shirt recently get put on there. So
I think
that's the tell.
I think the him putting down specifically the dead man clothes was intentional.
And Cena also humanized Taker. He said putting workout videos on your wife's Instagram. So he really kind of humanized him.
I think we see Taker show up before WrestleMania, and I think we see somebody refer to him as Mark before WrestleMania.
Throwing kayfabe all out the window.
I'm okay with that. But
this is the end of him, not the end of the dead man.
If you do want to do the build of Undertaker not showing up until the thing, you can do like I think a really good video package of like Taker like getting on a bike and like saying like I'm coming for you, Cena.
Yeah.
Something like that, and just have him right away and just like get you amped up because I mean you're on a bike, loud noises, get you ready to kick some ass.
You can have Cena in the middle of the ring at Mania, like, oh, so I guess I'm not gonna have a match, and then I know just Kid Rock comes out and then plays this music, and then Taker comes out.
We want Fred Durst to come out, play some rolling.
I think they need a little bit more build than that, but I think we'll see. I think it's a telltale sign that we're 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away.
3 more shows.
We got three more shows, and he called him out 3 shows away. I think we'll be seeing
honestly
Undertaker before.
And then I'm
Mania.
gonna kind of fast forward in fantasy book. I think Taker needs to win because he doesn't need to like go out with kneeling down and doing this. He can go out with the fist up or whatever.
Away.
Yeah, because I think there's still a little bit more story we can tell with John Cena not really achieving what he needs to achieve.
Oh, it's been a great story. I have loved the story of Cena being
because he's been off in Hollywood making movies and stuff like that. I think there's some more story we can tell there. So fantasy book, and I think Taker goes over.
And it makes the entrances go by faster because he's gonna be on a motorcycle and not hobbling down the rink.
Exactly.
Yep, I think
that's true.
I think 2018 needs to be the year of Cena chasing that 17th or 17th championship title, and him not getting it till
chasing a record that doesn't really exist.
Yep, but still, that couldn't define WWE better.
Yes.
There's been rumors that he might retire if he loses.
Career versus career match.
That's probably coming.
Cena's
probably gonna do a thing where he's like, "Oh, you won't show up? Fine, I'll put my."
You can't have Taker. You can't have Taker lose 2 in a row.
But this is the thing; it's where the streak ended, so you can play off of that. It's where the streak ended.
I know.
His career can end there.
There's so many angles to this story.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Give me that. Give me more of that.
We don't exactly know where it's going, but we're excited to see what happens.
All right. Finn Balor, he defeats Seth Rollins.
Match of the 2 days. Great match. Great work rate. These guys are great.
They can always get it done.
I love the ending. I love it.
Yeah, that was
the
that was
superplex
smart.
into the roll. Like it's great.
It wasn't really a clean finish, but it was a I got you. I wanted
they know each other too well. That's the story we're telling. They have a friendly rivalry. They don't hate each other. They just both consider themselves.
Yeah, it's not Sasha Bailey right now.
Which is great because the 24, I believe it was. I want to say it was Rollins 24 special told the story of them becoming friends.
They were having like breakfast together.
Because they're both injured.
Yeah, because they're both injured. I love that. I want them to play more more into that because right now they've only referenced, oh, he beat you for the Universal title and he injured you. I want them to talk about like, yeah, he did, and then we became friends while we were both injured. Like I want to see more of that.
All right, Asuka defeats Mickie James after another blissful promo.
Yeah, this is so awkward.
I mean, Asuka saying like 2 words, and then of course Alexa Bliss interrupts her.
Is
'Cause
Asuka
that's what
playing
happens.
it up? I've heard her speak better than this. I've heard her be more clear.
I don't know why
than
she's
this.
yelling. She
Yeah.
doesn't need to yell.
I don't know. And then after that, Nia Jax goes on to defeat Joan King. I got the enhancement talent's name.
Shout out to Joan King.
Shout out to Joan King. All right, but then after this, the Alexa Bliss and Mickie James segment backstage. This was some interesting storytelling.
I'm excited to see Nia Jax destroy Bliss. I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be a fun little. We're gonna get 3 weeks of her trying to get her hands on him.
I mean, think about how many women's matches we could potentially be having at WrestleMania. This is going to be very interesting.
5 if you count the Battle Royal.
The Battle Royal, the
And a
Raw
Sasha
Women's
Bayley
title,
match.
the
Sasha
Women's title.
Sasha and Bayley are gonna be the last 2 women.
About like
in the
5
women's-
matches,
in the women's Battle Royal. That's where that storyline's going. They're gonna be the last 2.
I don't know. But this was very interesting. Nia going and tearing up the...
One thing is it doesn't make any sense for why Alexa Bliss is being recorded. It's very simple. Like
There was an interview being done. Or something
No, they
like
don't.
that.
She was
but-
running
okay,
late for the interview.
But they never do that. That's the thing. They would never show that. If
that we
the-
see.
Yeah, exactly. So why would they show it live? It's supposed to be live. So why would they show it live if Charlie wasn't there doing the interview? Like you could have done like having Kurt like showing her like something like, oh, we had this thing recorded. You should see this or just something. Make it a lot simpler or some like I don't know exactly how you do it, but this is why you have writers. You knock it out in like a span of 10-15 minutes to make it seem reasonable why it was being recorded and broadcasted everywhere.
I don't know. We will see.
I want stuff to make sense.
Yes.
It's not enough to trip me up.
Something else that
personally.
I don't know makes sense. Braun Strowman won the Tag Team Battle Royal to determine the number 1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be great.
I hope it's him and
Because
Elias.
there's no.
Actually,
It better be him and
hold on.
Elias going for the tag team
This is not
championship.
the first time.
I gotta give a shout out to my boy Sheamus. As you see, when the tag teams were coming down for the Battle Royal,
Wakanda forever.
honorable mention on the Black Power ranking, recognizing doing it for the culture. Shout out my boy Sheamus.
Doing it for the culture. He's doing it to not get beat up.
It was amazing. No, but seriously, I've seen people on Twitter complain like they're ruining the Raw tag team titles. I mean, this isn't the WWE title. We're not having like co-champions, like because it's not that serious. These are a separate brand's tag titles. Honestly,
I thought this was great.
if Strowman's just by himself,
No, I want Braun and Elias to be
I
tag
mean,
teams.
I want Braun and Elias because that'd be
Or
great.
Braun and Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins going to the...
He's not with the company
top.
anymore, but I mean, WWE can throw out some money. I want Braun and Ellsworth.
That's what I was thinking right now.
That'd be
Oh,
hilarious.
that makes
That would be so great at Mania.
Cut
Have
him a-
Ellsworth come out.
cut him a check and then he costs Carmella her cash in. There we go. No, but
Wow, finish off 2 great storylines.
exactly.
It makes sense. You
I'm
have a
out here.
jobber with Braun, so if you ever want to take the titles off, that's how you get
I'm
them off.
also definitely okay with it being just him.
Or if it is just him, and then the night after WrestleMania, the Authors of Pain.
That would be 2 people who could definitely take the title off him.
Yeah.
Just him. And
And then it would make
feel
sense
bad.
because those are 2 big hosses defeating 1 big hoss, so
Yeah.
it would make sense there.
A lot of hosses.
Yes.
Do you think this is just gonna be a regular tag? I have a feeling that Braun's gonna, when they have like a promo back, I feel like Braun's gonna do something where he's like, let's make this like a tornado match. Like he's gonna want them both in the ring at the same time,
so they can get these hands.
so they can get these hands. That seems very Braun.
Yeah, that does seem very Braun. I do hope it is Elias because that story.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, Elias was sad and he walked away. He didn't sing a song.
He left
I
his
know.
guitar in the ring.
Maybe that means it's the end of him. He's going to come back as the American Badass.
No, he's gonna come back. He's gonna
God.
come back as El Vagabundo.
Whatever that is.
Okay.
Am I the only one that watches NXT?
Nope.
All right.
I don't know.
Let's get into the SmackDown recap. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura have a promo since they are officially going to be facing each other at WrestleMania for the WWE title.
I like
kinda-
this. I like the AJ Styles promo better than the Roman Reigns promo because he was more of a true babyface in my eyes.
But I don't think Roman Reigns is a true whatever. No, Styles is
But
the
the
best.
idea is
Styles-
Roman is a babyface. Roman is trying to be babyface.
I don't think so. But Styles is a great babyface, and he's a great hero. Something needs to happen to give this match a little bit of.
Why are they
grit.
fighting?
There needs to be some grit, more than just you're a good wrestler.
Play
I'm a good wrestler."
play the backstory of Japan. You know, be
They're
like
not gonna do that.
They haven't played it. They say it's a dream match. They don't really play up why it's a dream match because Shinsuke hasn't done anything in WWE so far.
I know.
I've heard one guy mention New Japan,
I
like
mean,
on WWE TV.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they really need to just talk about the history or whatever. You know, I mean, they've mentioned Japan in the past with Gallows and Anderson and all those guys. You know, just really play that up. And then, you know, for the go-home show, I mean, this may be a little bit too much for Shinsuke to say, but I think he could pull it off. It's just 14 words.
Shinsuke is fluent in English.
I know. I don't
He
know.
has a heavy accent.
I don't know why this sounds like this. He can say, AJ, you think you can beat me, but I know I can beat you. Referencing the Wrestle Kingdom match. We go into WrestleMania. They have a classic. We all go home happy.
It doesn't need much of a build, but it needs a little bit more of a build than they're giving it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the only reason why they brought Shinsuke over here too, to the WWE instead of.
Well, what do you mean he came before
That is-
Styles?
I know, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they had him before they had Styles. I mean, I think they've just kind of been
Shut him down.
Sorry, I think
But
they.
I feel like this is like that's it. Like what's left left for the Shinsuke?
Well, technically, AJ debuted before because AJ debuted at Royal Rumble and Shinsuke debuted at WrestleMania.
I mean, he was on. Yeah,
Technically,
You're right. It makes
I got your back, buddy. I got you.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Shinsuke win the Intercontinental title. Like, he's never lost it.
He's on SmackDown.
But if
There's a superstar shakeup coming.
or a complete
I mean, I haven't
destruction of the brands.
I mean, I haven't heard anything of saying exactly who's going to win in this match, which I don't want to know because I mean, it can go either way.
I literally
Could
don't
go
know.
either way.
And honestly, this is one of those matches I really don't care. I just want to see them wrestle.
I care.
The ending, the actual finish means so far less to me than everything. I'm on this one for the journey.
And then we get into Styles going up against Rusev. I don't know why. Styles defeats him due to Aiden English's interference.
And Shinsuke not saving him right away, which is what you were talking about, is maybe they built it up a little bit more tension between them.
That makes sense, you know?
Hey,
I mean,
Rusev,
waking
most
him up for
underrated
Mania.
wrestler
I
in
mean,
the
they
world.
had the backstage segment. I thought AJ was going to say something like, you didn't, you could have saved me a little quicker there, buddy, or something. But instead, he was kind of like, I didn't need your help, which obviously he did, but
All right.
whatever.
And the Bludgeon Brothers, they go on to defeat Jimmy Uso and Big E. Interesting pairing.
Yeah,
I love the
like
backstage.
this.
I love the backstage interview they had together.
That was very well done also.
It's good getting to see Big E just do his own thing.
Yep.
The whole steel chairs and the hammer thing was kind of cool too.
The ref getting the hell out of Dodge, just jumping through the ropes was funny.
It was all
It was
amazing.
good. I enjoyed it.
All right, moving on from that, we have Charlotte and Asuka. They have a promo together.
Wasn't feeling it. I mean, not bad, but wasn't feeling it. Just kind of boring.
I think Asuka just yells too much.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it's like she doesn't understand what she's saying, so she just yells it, when it doesn't make any sense of why you'd yell what she's saying.
And I've never been a huge fan of Charlotte on the mic. I don't think she's bad, but I've never felt like she's human. So I mean, they need to do a little bit
She's
more.
a flare. They're not
I
here.
feel like this one can be carried more by video packages.
Yeah,
Having Asuka and Charlotte have video packages
It's the
talking
Queen
about how
versus the
great they are.
Empress.
exactly.
It builds itself.
There's a story right there. All right, and then we get into Jinder Mahal defeating Bobby Roode. I guess we are getting a triple threat with these guys at Mania for the U.S. strap.
This will be the worst match on the card.
I was waiting for that Bobby Roode semi-heel turn. It hasn't come
Well,
so
that's gonna be
far.
a pre-show.
I hope.
It's Randy Orton. He's not going to go on the
Yeah,
pre-show.
Randy Orton's not.
If you're in a
going
match
on
with
the
Randy Orton, you're on the main card.
It might open. It's not going to be
Yeah.
on the preview, on the pre-show.
All right, Kevin Owens, he has a promo backstage talking about his frustrations with Shane McMahon and his stuff with Sami Zayn. And then we get into Carmella defeating Naomi. Money in the
Nobody
Bank.
got hurt, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, all right. Money in the Bank
Bar
holders.
so low.
Money in the Bank holders, they don't usually get wins like this, so this is interesting. They normally just lose because they have the briefcase.
Do you think she's You think she's gonna break Asuka's streak by cashing in at WrestleMania?
That would be so good.
I think that's what they're doing.
That would get so much heat.
so much.
Oh
heat.
my!
I think that's.
And
what
you
they're
heard
doing.
it here first.
I say she comes out and cashes in, but Asuka just kicks her head off.
That'd be.
I think
I'd
that's
be
gonna
okay with
happen.
that as well, but
It's the first woman's Money in the Bank. It
Oh,
can't
yeah.
have an unsuccessful cash in. It has to
Especially
be.
But if it's at WrestleMania, it'll be memorable.
but also because the other Money in the Bank briefcase that we got in 2017 was also a failure cash.
Yeah, so it has to be success.
One of them has to be successful.
Yeah.
But does Carmella jump to Raw and maybe she catches in on Nia Jax? Or
That'd be great too. Actually, I'd be fine with that
the
too.
night after Mania, I'd love it. All right, moving on. Cammy, a name that was coined by this young man. They go on to destroy Shane McMahon.
Got the most viewings of the show. Got the highest view ratings of the show. People like to watch Shane get beat.
This was
Because
oh
he's
my
a terrible boss.
oh my god.
so. We didn't talk about this on the instant analysis, but after thinking about it, I was like, maybe they'll turn Kevin Owens' face. After this, that's not going to happen. After what they did to poor Shane McMahon.
They are united in their hatred of this man.
Yeah, Shane's gonna be out for a little bit, so Daniel Bryan will be back this coming Tuesday. Honestly, where do we go with this for Mania?
Triple
I don't
threat,
know.
Daniel Bryan special guest
How many
referee.
triple threats are there in this Mania?
Well, but why are they having a triple? I guess. It's
But then
hard.
that's the thing, is you can build it up with Daniel.
What are they
Shane being
fighting
like,
for?
Daniel, it's
Or-
basically a glorified handicap match.
I've heard these rumblings: Vince and Shane versus Cammy.
but then you'd have Vince on like 2 different programs basically.
Yeah,
he's in the Roman program now.
Wasn't. When was the last time the last time we saw him in a ring was on SmackDown when he got beat up by Kevin.
Yeah,
Owens.
but now you've kind of
when he got beat up by Kevin Owens.
Exactly.
I'd be okay with that.
So I just hope
Vince
that
still wrestle?
I hope that means Kevin Owens and Sammy wins because that would not be a good sign.
Yeah.
I mean, because if they lose, they basically would just get fired. I mean, in a real world, they get fired.
But I think it's another triple threat. I mean, this mania is like the triple threat mania.
Yep,
It really is.
But I think it's just going to build to maybe Dana Bryan making
Do we even have a
wrestling
ladder
something.
match?
No, there's no ladder match.
Not this year.
Good. We don't
Do you
need
think
one.
do you think any of these matches are going to get stipulations?
I can see the Braun one getting stipulated.
Maybe the IC
I think
title.
I think that's going to be a tornado tag match. I actually think
Watch
that's
me
going to
a ladder match in the end.
Maybe the IC title.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't. It's all very interesting. I don't know. We'll see where this Shane and Cammy story goes. Does Daniel Bryan become his not his tag team partner, but special guest referee?
I think maybe he just makes the save.
Makes
Can
the
you
save.
imagine if they just pulled one over on us and he's a tag team partner?
If they just let him put back on the spandex and
Yeah.
go,
Yep.
because if he doesn't get cleared by
And the
WWE,
Bruiser Brody kick pads.
we all know where he's going.
There are worse things that could happen. I've heard rumors of it being being Shane and a random wrestler from SmackDown helping him out, like Ziggler or something.
That doesn't make sense.
And-
That makes no
And
sense.
it would make no sense. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people talking about Ziggler just because they signed him for a very expensive contract. So it's like, why would they give him that much money if they didn't plan on using him?
I don't know. We'll see with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back for the promo and match picks of the week. But first, we have a very special message from Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hey, this is Stone Cold Steve Austin here to tell you SOBs about the 500 years of the Purity Law of beer. This beer was first made in a Bavarian city in Germany by the Dukes of Willem. The Purity Law was issued on April 23rd of 1516. A lot of different ingredients go into making this beer, such as water, barley, yeast, and rabbit food pellets. If that sounds like a lethal combination, give me a hell yeah. You talk about your Psalms, you talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, if you're ever in this part of Germany, come get some of this Kelger beer, the best beer on the planet. And if not, go order it off that thing they call that their internet, and that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back. Superstar Spotlight. Who do we got?
Cena. It's 2018, and I'm saying Cena was the best part of Monday Night Raw.
I'm going Big Match John. I enjoyed it. I really did. It was very nice.
He took a storyline that was bumming me out enough that I had not been watching wrestling for a while. I was that bummed out about the idea of Undertaker and Cena, and he sold me on the story. You can't ask for more.
Carlos?
Braun Strowman. Going to the tag titles.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's just like, the whole Wakanda thing with Sheamus too, that was great.
All right.
I'll go with Big E. I really like the story.
Oh, he's good.
I really like the story they're telling with Big E and
All
whatever
right.
the other Uso was teaming up together.
The other Uso.
Big E, when he's serious, even when he's talking about pancakes being serious, he's a great promo.
Push my boy Big E. Put the world strap on him.
Oh, I'd be so down.
All right, Brandon, you have the promo and match picks of the week. What we got?
Yeah, dang right I do. Because I can't curse. I'm sorry. So, John Cena might not be at WrestleMania this year. He might just be as a fan. So we're going to go back to WrestleMania 19 when John Cena, the first ever WrestleMania that he missed, that would be when he comes out and raps and he calls out people, and it was just a terrible segment. But you should go out and watch it, because that's what maybe John Cena will do this year at WrestleMania, because he's not going to be on the show. Allegedly.
All right, match pick of the week.
So, the higher-ups told me
Oh,
that I need to pick a WrestleMania match.
talk to Chad.
So, I guess I'll just pick,
Tom's boss.
shout out to WrestleMania
You have a boss?
X8 who got bounced. I guess I'll go with Stone Cold and Scott Hall, because it's a terrible WrestleMania match, but it's Stone Cold Day. But the one I really want to talk about is Wrestle Kingdom 8, when Nakamura comes out
Disgusting.
with a bunch of strippers, as I was talking about.
Disgusting.
Great entrance. Shinsuke should come out to strippers or something adjacent to that. This year at WrestleMania.
We're PG, man.
And it was a great match with Hiroshi Tanahashi. Him.
All right, ladies.
Anyways.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
All Pro Wrestling, APW, Kick Rocks. Tomorrow night, it's gonna be a good
St.
one.
Patty's Day.
Yes. Tennille Dashwood will be going up against Nicole Savoy.
That's Emma.
Yes, Emma. If you didn't know that. Rick Luxury goes on, faces Dave Dutra. That's gonna be very, very interesting. The Classic Connection. They are gonna face Madman Fulton and Crazy Cal Jack. I Don't know who that guy is. Lion Power, a tag team I'm very fond of. They are going up against Reno Scum.
A tag team I'm very fond of.
Yes. Also, we got some other good news. Douglas James, Ison Braddox, Jordan Devlin, and Flip Gordon.
Of being the Elite fan.
Yes. They're going to be wrestling for the PCW Light Heavyweight Championship, and Jeff Cobb, unfortunately, due to travel arrangements, could not make it there. So, Jacob Fatu, a member of the Bloodline, he's defending that APW Internet Championship against JR Kratos, Sin, and the BFD. Carl Fredericks, a fan of the pod.
Love Carl.
Yeah.
Good guy.
APW, I've never been disappointed with one of their shows. They're going to put on a classic. They don't put on shows with guys who were in their prime when Reagan was president, if you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Shots fired.
Yeah. This has been the Bulletcast.
Are we supposed to draft something?
Oh, wait, yes we are.
Wow.
I almost forgot, you know.
That's why I come back for WrestleMania season. There's so much going on. You need more than 3 brains at the table.
We have an hour time, so we have 45 seconds left. Hurry up.
All right.
Go.
Hurry up.
So, pick one. Pick one.
All right.
Yeah. So, I am drafting. When are we doing this next week?
We're going to be doing this in the following week. So, we're doing, if you heard our draft or whatever.
Which I won.
Yes, which he won. So, basically, we're going to be doing our own drafts of, what did you get?
I am drafting NXT.
And I got the Land of Opportunity, SmackDown Live.
And I got the flagship show, Monday Night Raw. So, we will be drafting people who are in the WWE
You
realm.
have 205 Live, man.
I guess so.
You get our leftovers.
He gets Lucha Underground.
Oh, God. You get a bunch of people who are
get-
stuck with contracts that they don't want to be stuck in and can never leave.
Yes.
Enjoy that.
All right, so
Sure.
NXT,
Nightmare.
SmackDown, Raw. We're going to be doing a draft in the coming weeks of people who are in the WWE helm. Ladies
In
and
the WWE universe, as you might say.
yes.
You know, gotta get that cult speak in.
All right, we're on YouTube, The Bulletcast, Instagram, The Bulletcast, Bulletcast, at Bulletcast on Twitter, Bulletcast on Facebook.
When it's done.
Point at the sign. We're going there. Yes. All right. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play. Tom, get out. I'm recording a podcast.
We're done.
You dirty Mark.
Calm down.
We're done. We're over.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy Rusev
We
Day.
are over.
Happy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Go get some Steve Weisers. Ladies and
Crack
gentlemen,
a cold one with the boys.
this has been the Bulletcast. Goodbye and good night. Bang.